second season, as we've been, I don't know, we re-signed ourselves for a second season.
Yes.
Yay.
We're paying ourselves exactly $0.
Well, I mean,
with our new contract.
That's all I feel I'm worth right now.
We're a $0 contract if anybody wants to buy us. ABC.
ABC?
Or
it seems like there would be a good fit, doesn't it?
I would hate to advertise in the middle of like a...
Yes, like, this is for all my Californian friends. Water. Water
that's
right here.
some
Water.
good Canada Dry Ginger
Water
Ale.
not owned by Nestle. Fuck Nestle! Unless they're going to sponsor us, then they're our buddies.
Nestle is always your buddy. Because they own you.
This water is so delicious.
Nestle owns the right to your emotions.
Well, you said it. 50% of our body. My name is Attila. This is...
I'm Bryan.
We're back, and I have no idea what we're going to talk about because we didn't really like prepare. Although I gotta say that we got a new setup. We have a green screen over there now that we haven't figured out.
You can show them with
yet.
your camera.
We could.
You can move.
Could.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me do that.
Donna.
See, that's our green screen back there. There's Brian from the side. Oh my goodness, 2 times.
I'm in a wheelchair now. It's trying to
he's
focus.
In a wheelchair. That's right. Oh, it is trying to focus.
Oh, there we
but
go.
anyway, you see the green screen back there. And so that's thanks to, the third party of the ABC show, Csaba, who
one day we'll use
the silent part, Yes, we're trying to figure out exactly how we're going to do all that. And someday, what I intend on doing is to be able to give you the weather all around the world.
Yes.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to do like a 30-day forecast for the entire planet.
30 days?
Yes.
And it's going to be 100% accurate.
Yes, well, I mean, at least as good as whatever the weather report is
We'll only
now.
have to do one every 30 days.
Well, that's true. Well, no, every 7, right? We're weekly.
Yeah, but it's a 30-day forecast. So you
that's
just do
true,
the
right?
forecast, and then they know what's going to happen for the next 30 days. Then you prepare for the next one.
But then when 7 days into it, they're only going to know for the next 23 days. Do you know what I mean? We do one today, then 30 days from now, we do one next week.
Yeah,
then if we don't do the weather, then it'll only have 23 days.
That's true.
So,
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling.
Because you couldn't make plans on like the 30th day if that was the system.
No, you can't. That's just not how things work. You know how people are. I mean, if it's not right there on the internet and it's not, taking care of things for them, then they don't know what to do. So, yes, I just let everybody know that we're on live and we're completely unprepared.
Well, I was very prepared.
He was actually. I will say this is actually the time here.
It's because we got new equipment.
That's right. Yeah, I got to show
and
people that too.
And it works so good.
We got a new mixing board here.
Look at one of the lights.
Look at this. All the pretty little lights.
Yeah.
It's like Christmas. It's kind of weird to show it without actually. Yeah. So we got that going on.
The frames per second really go down.
We have my monitor lit up here, but it's really messing with the...
it's a little too bright. Oh, there you go.
Let it
oh, now the frames per second are going up too.
Yeah,
nice.
There we go.
I like that.
And then up here, we have my old photo from the Big Bad Wolf days. Yeah, one of our posters.
I think it would be better if I was holding the camera because I can actually see the monitor.
Well, I'm kind of looking over there, so people get the idea.
Yeah. Either way. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, so we've gotten a little more professional. Of course, there's, the soundproofing back there that kind of has fallen off because I put it on when the weather was cold. So I'll just have to, reapply that shit as soon as it warms up a little more. But it's the studio's coming together, so we can use it basically for everything now except recording. We haven't got to that yet.
Well, you can record.
Well, yeah, we can record this show, but I mean, like my computer isn't working yet, the studio computer. But one day it will, and then we're going to record shit.
And record stuff on this?
We can.
Using my interface.
Yeah, but then we got to bring shit in. You know what I mean? Kind of like we do now for this show.
I mean, we have everything right here that we need to record like a song.
That's true. But I like to record when I'm by myself. I always feel more comfortable. You can make as many mistakes. There's no pressure. There's no, it's completely, like, you're actually lucky that you're in this era now. When everybody's got a home studio.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, I
like to record all this stuff when I'm alone because mistakes are kind of...
Well, it's going to happen. Yeah. I don't give a shit how good you are. You're going to make mistakes. But it's completely different when you're in your garage or basement or little home recording studio, or when somebody's paying $10,000 and, $500 an hour or $20, $50, whatever it is, for you to record. All of a sudden, there's like a pressure to the game. Like, fuck, I fucked up again. And now you start fucking up because you're thinking about not fucking up, So it's...
I never think.
Well, that's good.
I just go.
You just go?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm like a lizard. Got a lizard brain.
Lizard brain. Oh, what happened?
You fucked up.
Nah, it slid out. The little cord here slid out.
You can't even screw that.
This doesn't screw in.
Oh.
The laptops aren't fancy schmancy like that. It's kind of weird. I was hoping to put your monitor up on the big monitor so we can both see it. It's kind of like in between us.
Yeah, that would have made much more sense.
Yeah, except that your laptop doesn't have the jack that we need with all the pins, and that monitor doesn't have a USB port in the back. So
anyway, let's stop boring the people with our technical jargon and get on with the news that you didn't prepare.
The news I didn't prepare. Damn it, I had it and I changed it now.
Just clipping a little bit. I'm going to turn myself down just a little bit.
You go on. You do what you got to do.
Turn the compression down.
So we've done stuff, right? We've been off the air for what? 5 months? 6 months? We've been
January,
off the air.
2nd was our last one.
Was that our last one?
I think so.
So, yeah, about 4 or 5 months there. We've done stuff, right?
4.5.
Yeah, what have you done? What have you been up to? Tell the people
I started skateboarding again.
How's that going?
Fun.
Haven't broken any body parts, so that's good.
Nope. Not that you know of.
Not that I know of. Well, okay. So what else? That's all. That's it.
That's it.
That's all you've done in the last 4 months?
Yes.
Well, that's not very interesting.
I went to the Carnegie Science Center.
Did you? When'd you go there?
When Caitlin was here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, you guys went over to the, or you did not go over to the children's, whatever that's called.
The sports.
Yeah, the sports zone.
Yeah, no, we didn't have time for that.
Oh, that's a shame, man. That sports zone is fun. They got indoor wall. You can race Jackie Kirsty Joyner, whatever her name is. You can throw baseball.
We saw the Omnimax though.
Did you see the Omnimax?
The Unseen World is what it was called.
So what was it, underwater stuff something. Or what?
No, it was like
atoms, molecules.
Yeah.
Was it?
And like light waves and all particles and shit that you can't see, which is a lot of stuff.
Well, that's why it's called, I guess, the Unseen World, right?
Exactly. It was really cool, and it's like you're experiencing it. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're there. You get the sensation in your body when you're flying through the air.
I love the Omnimax, but I get dizzy. Does that happen to you?
No.
I get dizzy.
I never get motion sickness from anything.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the only place where I get like that. I'm watching a movie, and if it has a lot of like an airplane zooming around and flying into a valley or spinning around or whatnot, I'm just like, whoa, because you're like surrounded. Now, were you down or were you further up? Where were you sitting?
We were up at the top.
Okay, that's usually where I sit.
The guy said the top row is the best seats are up at the top. That's what he said.
You know what? I don't.
So we followed his instruction.
I don't agree with that. Like every time before I had my accident, I was able to go down and sit like in the middle. And when you sit in the middle, it's really cool because you're completely surrounded. So when you're watching like a space documentary and shit, it's all space around.
I don't know. I like being up there because it felt like there was just
like you're
nothing under me. Yeah, it was like it just felt like I was up.
Yeah, but the only thing I don't like there is that you can see. You don't feel like completely sucked in. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like seeing a really wide and kind of surround movie screen, and you're looking at a movie screen.
I hate looking at like all the edges and seeing everything that gets all distorted.
Right. Where when you're down closer, like especially if you get in the middle, that was my favorite place.
Gotta try that next time.
The only thing is like the handicap seats are up at the top, so I can't get down there now. But it's still cool, man. It's cool.
I love that place.
Yeah, the Science Center is cool. Did you play the?
I just hate the little kids there. There's always little kids.
Kids always fuck shit up.
But I heard they have an adult night there or something. They're like 21 and over night.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder what goes on.
I had to go there.
I wonder what goes on. Did you play the air hockey game?
Yeah, that thing's pretty
It's very
intense.
hard to play, isn't it? Did you win or did you tie? I tied.
No, I lost by like 3.
Did you? I tied with it. It was nothing.
Yeah,
neither one of us scored.
Actually, I saw it was like a little kid. They actually scored on the robot. It went in, and it didn't even count it.
Oh, that's
so no matter what you do,
cheating.
no matter what you do, they're gonna win anyway.
Cheating ass robot.
I like the thing that shoots the basketball.
Yeah, I lost to that thing. Dude, it's really hard hitting that basket from a chair because it's pretty far away. I mean, if you're standing up, it's probably. Not
I didn't
that
get
bad.
to do anything because there was these 2 kids just hogging it the whole time.
Yeah, they're bastards.
I mean, like, get the
Did
fuck
you do the
out of
reflex
here.
test?
What's that?
They have like it's actually a pretty simple one. It's like a ruler or whatever, and it's hanging, and then the machine, it just like you press the button, and then you got to hold your fingers so like this, and then when the ruler releases, you got to catch it, and then on there it'll show you like where you catch it, and it's marked like by seconds, like it shows you how fast your reflexes are. It's a very simple little machine, but it's cool, Yeah, it's weird because I have good reflexes, but if I'm being timed, it's like I get all anxious.
Yeah.
And I'm like jumpy. I'm like, come on. So I always fuck up when it comes to stuff like that. But if I just have to react naturally, I'm okay.
I like it's like one of the first things you see, like shoots air up and you got the little like plastic balls that they like float above it.
Where's that? Is that on the lower levels?
Yeah.
Or? I'm trying to think which one that is.
I mean, they have the one with the water where it shoots up the water and you try and throw them on and get them stuck.
Oh, I don't remember that one. That might be a newer thing. I haven't been there in like 5 years probably.
They have the green screen.
Did they have the penny thing where you rolled a penny and it just goes around like a planet basically circling a black hole?
They have the she dropped like a quarter in there or something and just like went flat and just kind of just went right in.
She fucked it up. Yeah. What was that? They had like a weird instrument kind of thing down there too, didn't they? If I remember right.
It had like a little blanket with a bunch of little different sized beads on it.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
I just remember it was like really weird.
Yeah, you put your hand in front of it, and the further away you went, like the lower the frequency was.
But it wasn't like, what's that thing called? A woo.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
That's what it was.
Theorem something? Theorem.
Yeah, you put your
hand. It's like
up
a Russian instrument.
Ooh, and then when you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Go down like.
Actually, I think a friend of mine bought one of those. The actual. It's I think it's a Russian instrument. It's the thing they use for like Star Trek, like woo.
Yeah, but like the lower you go, the bigger beads will start.
Theremin? Is that what it's called?
The bigger beads will start bouncing up and down.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it had that. Yeah.
And then like the littler beads, when you go up to the higher frequency, will move around.
Yeah, that place is cool. Yeah, I like the other thing. Like when we went into the kids zone, I got about a little over halfway up the wall. I climbed the wall, and of course, there were people filming it, but I don't even know how to find it because dudes had their phones out. I should have been like, hey, send me a copy of that, but I didn't even think, But I got like halfway up, and then the one thing was just too far. No matter how much I tried reaching up to grab the next one, I couldn't get to it. Because I always pride myself, if I can grab it, I can climb it,
We all regret things that we didn't save on our phones.
Yeah. Well,
like the other day when I got into that accident, I didn't take a picture of her car.
Yeah, probably would have been a good idea. That would have been the first thing, especially nowadays when everybody's got a phone or a camera.
I was too busy laughing because her car was all fucked up, but my truck was like perfectly fine.
That's like people in Russia. Like I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen? Like
also,
they all have the cameras up front on their cars.
Yeah.
Because apparently shit's so crazy in Russia.
Just to let everybody know, it was her fault. I was turning right at a green light, and she was turning left.
I think it was the same intersection where Ben Roethlisberger got hit.
Yeah, it was.
I remember you mentioned it. That there was a 10th Street bridge or whatever. So what were you coming off the bridge and turning onto 2nd Avenue?
Yes.
And she was coming out of the Armstrong Tunnel and turning on the same thing?
Where I would have the...
Oh, that's definitely her fault. Yeah. So did you guys exchange insurance?
Yeah.
All right. Well, too bad for that lady.
I'm not going to like file a claim or anything because it's just like a $10 piece that broke on my fucking truck. So I don't give a shit. Yeah. It was like the whole front right panel was just smashed in. It was leaking.
Nice.
I don't even know how it was leaking. And was the radiator built and like right under the turn signal, or I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, all these cars nowadays are made to crumple.
Yeah.
So it's like even...
It makes it better for me because it softens the impact when my chrome steel bumper crashes into your little collapsible car.
My first car was a Buick LeSabre 73. That thing was a freaking tank. My dad hit a telephone pole and the telephone pole moved. I mean, those cars back then were like solid steel. Now it's like they're made out of cardboard and,
Except the other day when I was at Chubb's, I was turning around and that messed up little really steep driveway. Okay. And the bottom of it's all fucked up, and as I was pulling out, my muffler caught onto the ground, and I was like backed up and then pulled forward again, and it was just a bigger bump. It was like... And I was driving into the spot where I usually park, and I looked back, and there's my muffler sitting on the fucking ground. So I have to get a new muffler.
Yeah, that's what your mom was telling me about that earlier.
It's pretty funny.
Lost muffler. Yeah. Well, I heard you driving down. I'm like, initially I thought it was a freaking helicopter, like a low-flying military chopper. It was all like...
It's got a lot of like beefy low end for a little 4-cylinder engine.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It sounded like a low-flying like military chopper, and they've been flying around here.
I might never fix it.
Yeah.
Well,
till you get that noise ordinance.
Damn, you suck.
Just keep every time I move.
There are a lot louder cars on the road than my truck.
Well, yeah.
And I mean, I'd have to get it fixed for an inspection because you have to have a fucking muffler.
Muffler helps. Yeah. Well, when do you need it inspected?
2 months.
Nice.
Yeah, in June.
Okay, you got time. So, what else you been up to? You been to the Science Center? Caitlin was in town. Tell us about that. How that happened. And by the way, how did you and Caitlin hook up? When did that happen? That clearly happened during the time we were off.
Yeah. Well, no.
No?
For that. Talking about it a while.
What do you mean you've been talking about? Well, yeah, we should date, but we'll think about it. You know, how did this go down?
I don't know, because it's like...
By the way...
We've known each other for like 3 years.
Just for everybody, Caitlin was one of our guests on our show back in January, was it? No.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't it the last episode
December?
we did? Or
Was it the last episode? It was either last or next to last. No, I think it was next to last, because the last one was with Lisa and who else was here? Nicole. They were in here.
Yeah, I think that was the last one.
Yeah, that was a fun show having all those people in the studio. So we're gonna have Lisa back because she cracks me up. Her and Nicole, they both funny. But okay. So anyway, getting back to you and Caitlin.
We met like 3 years ago. We were both the administrator on a Facebook page. Pretty popular. Had like 10,000 likes.
Nice.
Anyway, yeah, we talked for a long time.
What's going on with our show? We need more likes.
Yeah. I'll transfer some likes from that.
There you go.
From our page.
Transfer the likes.
Anyway, yeah, we decided to meet each other, and then.
And she came into town.
Yeah.
Cool.
We hung out. I took her around Pittsburgh. Did Pittsburgh stuff like the Science Center.
Did you end up doing the Fort Pitt Tunnel?
Yes.
You did take.
We went up Mount Washington at night. That's when she first got in.
And then you went down the other side of the hill and came back in through the Fort Pitt Tunnel.
No.
Oh. So did you take her through the Fort Pitt Tunnel?
Yeah.
But towards town?
All right. Maybe we didn't go through the Fort Pitt Tunnel.
Next time she comes in, you have to. Seriously, it's one of
I know.
It's a very rare view in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, my uncle said that he told me the same thing that I should have done that, but that they filmed like a part of a Led Zeppelin music video.
Well, I told
there
you,
or something.
yeah. Well, it was Houses of the Holy, I think. Where
I've never seen it.
Well, I mean, it's classic. It's like I think from the 70s.
Well,
but it's a big time Led Zeppelin movie. You know what I mean?
Just because I was born after that doesn't mean I can't go back and watch.
No, I hear you, but like I don't necessarily watch everything from the 50s. You know what I mean? I was born in the 60s. So.
But I like Led Zeppelin, 60s. So I should have seen it. Is what I'm getting
That is
at.
kind of odd that you haven't seen it. I mean, that's like a pretty big, if you like Led Zeppelin, that's kind of standard. Okay. But anyway, yeah, so they show them coming into town in their limo, of course, but this is Pittsburgh in the 70s. It wasn't nearly as pretty as it is now. Then like the steel mills were still kicking and, smog and all that shit. It was still a very cool view because, I mean, I don't know how many cities get that view where it's just, there's a mountain. You go into the mountain and you come out and it's just like, wow. There's an entire freaking city, and you're above it, driving through the across the bridge, and down below you got the stadiums, and you got downtown.
I guess
at night, that's a super cool.
Yeah, I never really thought of it because I've just become desensitized to it. Because every time I drive through the Fort Pitt Tunnel, I'm like, fuck all these people on the fucking road. It's just bad experiences. So.
Yeah. Road rage ruins.
I went down Green Tree and went up that weird because it was like. Actually, it's kind of the same. It's kind of similar because you drive through this like really crappy area, and then you go up this really long, steep hill, and you're like, "What the fuck are we doing?" And then you get right to the top of the hill, and you look down, and there's the city all lit up.
So you took her up into Mount Washington for the lookout.
Yeah.
Well, that's a cool thing. My friend Irina came to town. We went up there, before we left. Unfortunately, though, it was like in the daytime, and the weather was it was like overcast and shit. Kind of started to rain, but it's
you're way more colorful than I am.
Am I? Well, that's just my personality, I think. What? Oh, there's a camera. I
like black and white.
Yeah, that's right. What happened to my black and white? I used to be black and white. Well, now I'm not. This is the new me. Get used to it. All right. So she was in town for what? A couple of days or a week or?
Yeah, a week.
A week. That's cool. So she's back home now, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
We went to the melting pot.
What is the melting pot?
You ever been in the melting pot?
I don't know.
It's in Station Square. Station
Square is cool. Lots of pigeons. There's still a lot of pigeons there. There used to be a ton of pigeons down.
I don't know. I didn't really notice.
Really? No. Like if you go down in the summertime, man, and I don't know if it's still like that because I don't really hand cycle through there all that often, but back like 80s, 90s, when I would like work in downtown and stuff, anytime you went down there, Station Square was like, it was like Venice, man. There were just like pigeons everywhere.
Nice. They do fondue.
And Venice, Italy, I mean, so.
Cheese fondue, chocolate, all kinds of fondue.
Oh,
kind of expensive. Place? Like their meals are.
Is that by Permanis? There's a Permanis down there too, right?
Station Square?
Yeah. Is that still there?
I don't think so.
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking Market Square. I always get the two confused. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was talking about Market Square. You're talking about Station Square.
We also went to Market Square.
Yeah. Market Square.
We walked around the city.
Yeah.
I love walking around Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's cool.
You get all the crazy people, man. If you go down like at night, it's kind of fun because it's nothing like just like.
We did. We went
kids,
at night
a bunch
and it
of
was
teenagers
raining.
and crazy people.
The only bad thing is the fountain wasn't on at all.
It was still kind of chilly. I don't think they really turned it on.
No,
but I mean, it was. She was here in what, March, right? End of March.
Yeah.
Beginning
of April.
Yeah, they usually don't have the fountain on.
April's this month.
It is this month. Yeah.
It's also the 4th month of the year for our younger viewers.
At least in our calendar.
How come I'm going out of focus? Come on.
Because you move.
Maybe I'm just naturally blurry, and that's just the way I look.
No, you look all right. You're not. You don't look like that. You're a little less blurry than that.
Okay.
A little less. So
I have astigmatism, so
that's
I can't.
That's what you've been up to,
distinguish.
Basically. Anything else?
You got a notification.
Yeah, I know.
Someone he also commented on that photo.
Doug Williamson. On Friends and Freaks. Yeah, that's a Freaks and Friends. I'm glad to be part of that group now, Freaks and Friends. We can post all kinds of crazy shit and nobody gets offended. Somebody's going to get offended, though. I'll be curious to see who's going to be the first asshole to get offended in Freaks and Friends, because I think you're out. You get offended, you're out. Because you're not a friend.
You get offended, you're out.
You're out. It's simple rules, man. Post whatever you want. I like it. None of this, you hurt his feelings. Okay, so what have I been up to then? Let's see.
Enough about me.
Let's see.
We're at the 24-minute mark. You get the rest of the...
Well, we did all the studio stuff. Okay, so Chubb's been in here working his ass off. He actually did a really good job. He rebuilt the back wall.
He did all right.
Screen. Yeah,
I actually helped with the back wall.
Yeah, in the demo. So, it was nice. Did a really good job. Then, let's see. I had a race last week. It was my first. Was that my first
Call that a race?
Yeah, well, it was for me for a while. So I got lost. We can actually show some of the video if you want to bring up the YouTube thing.
Okay.
It's pretty funny. So I'll set it up while you're doing all that. What happened is there was a 10K for Achilles International at North Park, and it was this past Saturday. So I went out, and what I use this as my measuring stick for the Pittsburgh Marathon. That's basically, so I'm not necessarily there to like win or anything. I want to run a good time. I don't care who I'm competing against. I just want to have a good time. Actual time, not just having fun. So
I like to just have fun.
Yeah, well,
and not do anything productive.
I do too, but that's not what this one was about. We get out there, and I had Jack, my nephew, by the way, shoot some of the video footage.
How to completely blow a race. Do you want to?
Yeah, that's one. Yeah. Well, hold on one second. So let me set it up.
Okay.
So
I just want to know which one you want to do, the interview or the race part.
Well, we'll show a little bit of both, but We'll do the race part first. So we get there, we set up, had to wait around like with every race, blah, blah, blah. And of course, we're pulling in and like Colleen, I thought she was going to turn into remember that one spot where we thought she was going to turn in, and she decides to go up the hill. So Brian's all pissed off because it's a cold ass wind. We had that cold ass Canadian wind. We had to come all the way down the hill where she could have just made a left and parked in a parking lot, But
I didn't mind.
That's how we.
Even though I had to.
Yeah, you carried the hand cycle. Yeah. So we get down there. I warm up, then I cooled off, then I warmed up again, then I cooled off, then I warmed up again. Eventually, we get the race going, right? And I jump out to a big lead. I mean, I blew by right past everybody. I was probably at least a couple minutes. Well, you left to go pick up Bubba, right?
Yeah.
So you weren't there
to work.
But my understanding is I was like probably
He's
at
always
least
fucking shit up for everyone else.
My understanding from Colleen and everybody else is that I was at least 3 minutes ahead after the first almost 2 miles. Because we kind of circled around, came back, and then we had to go down the hill. Well, I do all that. I fly through and almost got hit by one car. You'll see that. That's kind of funny. And then I come to the spot where I had to turn, but I had no idea that's where I had to turn because the road was
We could be
blocked
commentating
off.
as we're playing the
We're
video.
going to get to that. Go ahead. Yeah, just start it up.
Why is Why is it automatically starting at 12 minutes?
Probably because I was watching, and that's where I probably stopped. Yeah, just back it up.
All right. Back that ass up.
By the way, my nephew Jack shot some footage. I gave him one of my cameras, right? And I had him shoot footage. And, he's 7 years old. So you get the kind of expect from a 7-year-old. Crazy stuff all over the place. And
I haven't seen that yet. I want to see that.
Well, funny thing, right? Words and they repeat it. Anybody's watching. But he has a camera in his hand. And, he shot a bunch of different scenes. And on one scene, he's just kind of got the camera and he's shooting. And he's whispering into the camera. He's like, all these swear words and shit. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, Jack, so I just had a talk with him earlier. I said, I saw that video you shot, buddy. Do you know which one I'm talking about? He's like, no. I said, are you sure you don't know which video I'm talking about? He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, the one where you were swearing on the one? Did you swear on the one? He's like, yes.
I like how there's an advertisement for the show.
Hey, that is good. That's perfect.
Right in the video.
I know. That's awesome. So we had a talk, and I had to explain it to him. I said, look, you can't do that. There are like video cameras everywhere.
You ready for me to play this yet?
They're here 7 years, cussing all over. Okay. So I put together.
Not name brand ginger ale.
All right.
These products, by the way, so. Good stuff. It really is. There's me just kind of riding around. The runners, by the way, the runners were out. It's not like nobody was there because it was. But the runners, or was it the 5K run? Whatever the hell, out already doing everything, and I never crossed. At least not in the race. Yeah, I actually wrote that wrong though. Should have keep thine cold one to thyself.
There's this like speck of dirt or something on the screen, and it's really bothering me. But it's a touch screen, so if I try to wipe it off, it's gonna fuck everything up.
Yeah, that's not
good. I got it. Yeah.
There
okay.
you go.
Oh, it didn't.
Right. You feel better?
Yes.
All right.
Now I'm not looking at it.
So there I am still. We can probably fast forward this a little bit. I end up talking to Kenny here for a while, talking to the gang, talking to Brian, who's 6'8". Here, I just.
Whose face is that? I want to skip just to see who's.
Help with that.
Huh? Oh, this is funny. This is actually pretty funny. This is Jack shooting some video.
Dude, back up. Back up. Back up.
Getting ready to start the race here. I'm waiting for everyone to show up.
Get out of here, dude.
Did you put in?
Did that. I seriously just did that. Whoever's watching this, I seriously just did that.
Yeah, that was Jack footage. That's the kind of Jack. All crazy.
Is it like?
Still like this is camera. Well, I was lost for an hour plus.
And I'm like.
So here, I yellow bike. You see me up top.
Ooh.
No, I was in the wrong gear. I need to work on getting in. That was my only weakness.
Apparently he didn't hear the siren whenever.
Just blow past everybody. Like I said, by this time, they're like pretty much the race was over. There's Gio shooting some footage, and now I'm gonna give you my point of view from my perspective. I was the only like real racer here. Everybody else rides, really racer. I wasn't here to, like compete. I was just here to run a.
What's with this car? Tell this car to leave.
Yeah. By the way, it's funny how vulgar I am when I ride. When I get a, I get very angry.
Wait, look. Yeah, you'll by the truck.
Yeah, the race started off.
I actually, whenever we went back.
You were gone. We're not going to see it.
No.
Oh, I took Chub's car.
Yeah.
Where's your truck?
Don't let him know. Chub, don't watch this.
Were we that far up?
Yeah.
Holy crap! I didn't realize we were that far up. Jeez.
You know.
Now I'm angry.
You know what's pretty funny is that after it was over and I came back and I went to put the hand cycle back in my truck, I actually rode it up this hill.
Did you?
And I have no you're going so much faster than I was.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
I told you all I do is practice hills, man.
I was crawling up.
But
I made it though. I made it in the hand cycle all the way up.
No, sure.
Should be coming up on the right.
But the thing is, what was getting me on that day...
there's no cars parked on the left, so...
No.
Oh, there it is. There's my truck.
Oh, right there. There it goes, the green truck. Right there.
So you got a better shot of it.
Yeah.
That was the side
but
that got hit, too.
what was getting me was the cold wind. Breathing that cold air, man, made me cough and shit. Because it was actually, I mean, you look at the sky, it's a beautiful sky. You're like, oh my God, it's beautiful, blah, blah, blah. But that wind, man, when that wind hit, it was just like...
Okay, now we can skip a little ahead.
Yeah, go ahead a little bit.
I just wanted to see my Turk.
Yeah. And then this is, okay, now leave it around here, because I'm going back through the tennis courts here. Well, we went around the tennis court area, and I'm coming back up. Then we went back through, like, the starting area. And then we made a right and went down the hill. Now watch.
Where's the car that almost hit you?
That's coming up when I'm going down the hill.
Awesome.
Because they had traffic blocked off on the oncoming lane. And,
Someone
I guess
went down that way?
Because the runners, well, no, but some dude, some dudes.
Heads up!
Yeah,
Coming through!
people never want to move. When I yell like heads up,
Watch
they'll turn
out,
around and
coming
look and
through.
shit.
Thank you.
You're going fast as fuck, too.
Yeah, I mean, I was moving. I was probably doing about 25, 26 miles an hour. Moving for a flat surface area.
Watch out!
Gagging and shit. There goes. Yeah, it's Colleen cam view.
But where's everyone?
I
should view.
You didn't get video of them coming because that's what
What's
I
that
would
car?
have
Stop!
Okay.
Go! Oh! Fuck! Let me...
done. Open race, you know what I mean? Just like an open course race. So you got bags.
Imagine if they did that with Formula One. That'd be
220
great.
miles.
That'd be just normal Formula One, which is
Crashes would just be insane.
yeah.
Some
Really-
asshole pulling a 3-point turn and then like Monte Carlo.
The waiver you'd sign would be like 50 pages long.
Yeah. Okay, fast forward just a little bit here, because then we're coming up to a spot where I get lost. Here, yeah. Okay, here we go. Here's the bridge I come across. Now, when I get to the other side, I actually froze the screen here so people can see where I was supposed to make the right. And tell me if you would have made the right in there. Without knowing, you know what I mean? And there's a red light, and I'm like, fuck. So now I had to slow down and try to time it so I get the green light, you know?
Did you ever look back to see if there was people behind you?
No, because I knew I was way out ahead of them. So I mean, I didn't expect anybody to be behind me. I told you there was no real competition here for me. You know what I mean? Because Danny was off. I think he had a hockey game, and what's his name? The other kid, Lee was off doing basketball, whatnot. So anybody who would have offered me competition was out doing
go,
it.
go.
Yeah.
So right here is where I should have made the right. Would you have turned in?
You couldn't have even turned in. Yeah. When past that, it was fenced off. You couldn't even go through there anyway.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, fuck it. I guess the race is going straight. So now I end up going up a hill for like the next 5 minutes or whatever. You can fast forward that because this is just a long, steady uphill. And it just goes and goes. And I figured, all right, I'm going to crush them on this hill.
It's still going.
Oh, yeah.
You can see.
Yeah, it just goes and goes and goes.
It's buffering.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was going to do some buffer banter.
Oh, there's more uphill. Yeah, let's fast forward this too because uphill is very boring to watch. And I'm going like 5 to 8 miles
Meanwhile, behind you, they're making that turn and they're already
They're getting... yeah, they're definitely getting there. Because what I did is I edited in like the actual time where they would have finished, and then I showed where I was when that happened.
Stop buffering. We have a slow internet connection out here.
No, you're close to out of the range.
Why is this not charging? If this dies, I'm gonna be pissed off.
Here, if you need to plug this in, will this plug work?
I don't know.
Because I'm certainly good to go. Oh, you have one of those. Oh.
It wasn't charging this whole time.
Aha. Well, it didn't just die.
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad I just noticed the battery.
You can see I'm moving. I'm going through. The whole time I'm thinking to
That looks
myself.
pretty flat here.
Downhill. Now it's going uphill.
Yeah.
But and the whole time I'm thinking to myself like, this is strange because I feel like this is not really part of the course. But I figured, okay, I gotta make a turn here at some point. I was waiting to make the right, and if you notice, I just passed another street that was kind of it wasn't blocked off like the other one, but it also had like a construction.
Video's
sign.
getting a little choppy.
It happens anyway.
Okay.
So
Supposed to make
well, I don't know. All I next available to right. And then I ended up on McKnight Road. I ended up on Perry Highway. About an hour and 20 minutes later, I'm pulling back in, and everyone was wondering where I am. I was dead looking for me and shit. So, yeah.
You realize that you probably weren't in the course anymore. Business.
And backtrack, because the other places didn't look like, I couldn't turn in the other. And I'm looking at my gauge, and it's getting up to like 3 miles and 4 miles, 6 miles. So I don't know that side of town area. So I was so lost. And all I was looking for is just somewhere to make a right. It just wasn't happening. Yeah, forward a little bit. Yeah, here's another hill I'm going up.
Another hill.
Yeah, this is I think where I come out to McKnight Road as soon as I kind of go down a little bit here, because this flattens out and then it goes down. I mean, it was just basically an afternoon of doing hills.
It was a good workout.
It was. I'm not complaining. I mean, a little 10K turned into a 17-mile ride. And this is what I love about my American friends. Like,
he says he's not complaining now, but he was pretty pissed off.
Oh, I was pissed. Yeah, you'll see. Like when I pull down there, I'm like, where the fuck am I? Jesus. And it's funny how mad I get. I really do ride angry. I didn't realize it until I started taping myself. Like today, man, I was like flying up the hills just cussing.
That actually happens.
Yeah. Fast forward a little bit more.
I like that.
Yeah, breathing starts becoming an issue. All right, here we go. I just wrong. Like, screw this, man. I pulled a little Yui. I was sitting at that intersection. I'm looking at the red light. I'm like, I know I'm in the wrong spot. I just know it. So now I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, maybe if I turn down this street up here. And then I think that was like either a cul-de-sac or a dead end, or that I didn't like the name, whatever it was. I don't know. Shit got weird.
Where the fuck do I go?
What did you say?
Fuck am I now? Yeah, at this point I realized, I said, okay, any hope of winning is done, so I don't care.
What the mother?
Let's go to the part where you talk to that guy in the car.
Well, if you back up just a little bit, I talked to some ladies right here. No, there they are. Okay, I'm about to talk to them. But right around this time is, I think, when Tom crosses the finish line. It's coming up.
Excuse me. Are you guys from around here? I'm in a race, completely lost. Yeah, I know, but I don't know how to get back to the boathouse.
Dang, you down.
They have no signs, no people out there directing. I have no idea where I'm going. I don't... There? But there's a hill down there, right? Okay, I come up from that way. The race was supposed to come that way.
I thought.
I don't know where it goes now. I'm so lost, it's unbelievable. I wasn't first. I don't think I'm gonna win now. I was down there, and then I went back, and I drove up this way. I have no idea where I am. Okay.
You're miles away.
Thank you.
That's funny.
Thank you very much.
All right, I think as I'm going down this road is when Tom crosses the finish line.
Oh, you have it edited in there?
Yeah. Up in right about now. I like the fact that nobody gave me a hard time while I was riding, not even a cop. Usually people are always like, "Hey, you should get a flag on that thing."
Man, that's drag.
Exactly.
You can't have that.
No. A lot of expansion going on out there, by the way. You said they're building stuff everywhere. Meanwhile, on the course. Here's Tom, easily winning. Like a time of 34 minutes. I probably would have finished this in about 19 or 20 minutes. Good for Tom, though. But I have more pressing matters. Finding the damn course. Alright, you can fast forward a little bit now. Go forward. There was a hill.
I wonder what my mom was thinking when you didn't come in first.
You can hear them talking on some of the footage I had. She and Gio. You know what was hilarious? Is when Tom crossed, your mom and Gio were talking, and you know, they're thinking like, boy, he's getting here awfully late, you know. It's like 30 minutes in and whatnot, and he's still not here. And then all of a sudden, when Tom crossed, it's like, oh, there's the cop. Yeah, I was talking to. Back it up just a little bit, because that hill was fun to fly down. Yeah, it's coming up right there.
Oh, I backed it up a little too far.
Hey, probably go forward a little bit more. I hope people are enjoying this.
Doubt it.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll just give them another reason to hate us.
Yes.
Just hate this. Okay, all right. Well, screw it. I think the cops should be pulling up here soon.
Oh yeah, because I see the front of the cop car.
Huh?
I'm so lost.
Yeah, he was coming the other way, and I flagged him down. But then, like, I waited for him to turn around. He didn't. He must have gone down and did a U-turn, you know, down the other hill. So before he came out, so I said, screw it, I'm just going to keep going. And then I guess he caught up to me. He was actually pretty cool. I feel like his attitude was kind of like, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? So this is the guy finishing second.
Let's go, Mark!
He's still. It's like you got passed by these guys.
Nice job, guys.
That's good.
Say? No, I'm completely lost.
Yeah, actually, the cop gave me the right directions,
Oh, Christ.
but I don't think he was understanding my question. So he ended up having to tell me like 4 or 5 times. He's like, I don't know how much clearer I can tell you. Because all I was trying to tell him is when I get back on the course, because he said I asked him, I said, when I get back on the course, which side is the lake on?
I have no idea.
The left or the right? He said left. And I'm like, well, I need it to be on the right. So I go down to that corner and make a left. We were talking 2 different.
We're gonna win now. They have like little tiny signs, but you know when I fly by, like 30. Oh, I'm way past that now. Actually, I'm 8.5 miles, 8.37. So I'm way off.
Tim, I think.
Day finishing. People. Okay, you can fast forward this part here. The cop was helpful. I messed up following his directions and got myself more lost. All because
there's a Sunoco.
There's a Sunoco you were looking for. Okay, fast forward a little bit more. I just want to show really quite a bit more actually, because I want to go, keep going. Oh, yeah, right. Hit right about there. Let's see where that is. Buffer. Oh yeah, this is where I turned around. These 2 dogs kept barking. And I was so irritated at this point, all I wanted to do was skin them alive. I'm like, shut up!
I'm so fucking lost. I hate this fucking North Hills. Shut up.
Fucking dogs.
Oh, dude, I'd be pissed off too.
And of course, these things are so hard to turn around, and it's like Austin Powers and shit. And the dogs wouldn't shut up.
He wasn't even making any progress. He was just backing, hitting, and going front and hitting.
And then, you know what I hated here? Look at it. All the cars are timed perfectly that I couldn't just go. Like, coming or this side, one of them was always perfectly spaced out.
I experience that every day.
Yeah.
Driving.
But in a hand cycle, it's really annoying because you can't.
Yeah, you can't just
gas
accelerate.
it. You know what I mean?
I mean, in my truck, you can't really accelerate.
Well, that's true, but you're still faster in a hand cycle.
It sounds fast because it's
me.
got no muffler on it. It's like, in reality, I'm going like 10 miles.
He doesn't know this area either. I'm like, that's helpful.
How do I get to the lake? I was in a race, but I'm completely lost.
He's like, I don't know.
Neither. All right, thank you.
Yeah, okay, fast forward some more. I do eventually get out of here. Okay. Keep going forward some more. More. Keep going. Right around there. Let's see where that is. I just want to show flying down Perry Highway where I hit 47 miles an hour. Okay, I think we're coming up to it. It's hard to tell because a lot of this shit looks the same. Oh, yeah, here we go. Is this it? It's coming up, I think. Maybe. And everything out there looks the same.
You're on a road.
Yeah.
There's trees.
Yeah.
Grass.
A lot of it looks that way. Yeah, there should be like There'll be a highway-looking thing coming up.
Like an overpass?
No, it actually kind of... There'll be no houses on the left. I think it actually... Oh, okay. Much. I know where I am. This is where I'm at.
That's no.
That's back on McKnight Road. I'm headed back to McKnight Road. Okay, I think we're getting close now. It's kind of funny because, you know, I'll do
I think
like...
if anybody's watching, they're like left by now. We're not doing this for their entertainment anymore. It's just our own amusement.
Exactly. But, okay, yeah, here it comes. It's coming up. All right. 47.
And
yeah.
If anybody watching has ever ridden a hand cycle,
oh, this is fast.
It feels like you're going about 500 miles an hour because you're like right next to the road.
But the crazy thing is the wind. I mean, you can see how fast I'm going by the dot or the line. I was flying, dude, 47, and the wind was hitting me from the right side. And the thing is, when it hits you, it like shakes your whole bike. You feel it, you know. But it feels so good. Yeah. This is what I'm looking to do in particular spots where I can do it. Just freaking fly. Because the nice thing is that you can fly right up the next hill, you know. Okay, now just forward to like near the end there, right? Yeah, let's see where that is. My battery eventually dies before I get back.
But now you know where you are.
At this point, I'm back on a course. Yeah, so I'm back, and finally I'm back. This is about an hour and 15 minutes later, or so. I'm back on the course, and my battery should be back here any minute now. But the funny thing is, I pulled in, and I was so disgusted, like I didn't even bother to. Let's see, where is the? Yeah, we're near the end there.
I remember passing those school buses whenever
Yeah, crazy kids and their school picnics.
I hate kids. I hate little children.
Glad I never was one.
That's right. You just came out of an egg, huh? You know what's funny? When I pulled back into the car, and literally 3 Achilles, like, volunteers standing right there by the car. Like, 3 of them. Like, all I could think is, like, one of you couldn't be in that spot so I don't get lost. You know? Alright, forward a little bit there. You can just kind of see, like, Jack shot video. He was all excited that I was coming. Oh, back up just a little bit. Oh, no, this is good, this is good.
Okay.
I didn't even bother coming through.
Come on, Colleen, hurry.
I'm like, I want the non-finished. I do not want this on my
Attila
record.
Domos is coming in.
No, he's not.
3.
I just pulled off to the side.
It's like filming that girl's ass.
Yeah.
1. Oh, he didn't finish. Something's wrong with his car.
I gave people something to watch.
Okay, everybody
You're
that's
welcome.
still watching, this is what all this was for.
That's right. Just for the girl's ass.
The fuck is that noise?
Could have been in the video.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So that's it. Yeah, I put up basically. You don't even see my name on there. So yeah, so that was my Saturday. Yeah, well, yours too, kind of, because you were there, in and out.
Yeah, I was hanging out.
So now
I did the interview.
You did? Yes. Oh, that's right. Yes, we interviewed Kenny. Kenny Bastine. He won the 2011 and 2012.
Something else is going to play
Marathon.
automatically. I don't want that to happen. Don't.
What is that?
Just cancel.
That's
cancel.
actually the interview.
Is it?
Yeah, that was the interview.
No, this is the ABC
And it's an old show.
Yeah. We could just watch. We could just watch old shows.
No, entertaining. We can rip on ourselves watching the old show.
And then the next show, we'll watch the show that we watched the show on.
Eventually, it's
doing
going to be
that.
like a freaking mirror, or like one of those double back mirrors, whatever. So, yeah, so that was my excitement. I mean, the good thing is that the time I ran was really good for considering. You know, and my speed is good. My uphill speed was good and everything. So I'm ready for the marathon. The only thing I got to work on is my starts. You know, you always want to be in the right gear, because I did the same thing at this race. I was in the wrong gear last year. I don't know what's wrong with me. Last year the race started downhill and I was like in a super low gear. This year the race started uphill and I was like in a high gear, you know, like a heavy gear. Completely reversed. So I got to pay attention to that at the marathon, because apparently they brought in like 10 Marines. I'll be racing like a battalion.
You'll win.
Yeah, well, you know, we'll see. I think what they're going to do...
10 would be like a squad.
A squad. Okay.
Yeah.
But I think what they're going to do is they're probably going to get behind one another and draft. thinking they're going to win it that way. But I hope that's what they do because, the problem with that is that you're only as fast as the front guy. So I intend on fully busting that row that they have by just taking off like a bat out of hell like I did in 2010. Make them chase. But that's coming up, May 3rd? We got a couple of shows before then, so that should be fun.
And we're going to do the birthday podcast.
I'm also, by the way, I am actually doing the marathon fundraiser for my friend Gabe and his GoPro in the Game of Life Foundation. But I was hoping to have him here, but it was his birthday yesterday, and then they were doing all kinds of stuff for his birthday today. So hopefully we'll have him on next week. At least stop in, say hello to the fellas. Hey, fellas. Hey, fellas. Hey. But that's really about it with that.
I think it's fellas. Yeah, fellas.
Yeah, that's right.
Something about an ass. Hell yeah.
And we got
I don't know the words to that song.
By the way,
everybody should know the words to that song.
Yeah. Well, I haven't heard it in years. I don't miss it all that much. That was cool when it came out, though. I like big butts. How about these Japanese scientists, man? These Japanese scientists synthesizing meat from human feces.
I don't know. Like I said before, I don't know why they even had to take that step because they've been doing it without the synthesizers for, ever since we've been able to see it on the internet.
I don't know. But all I know is, like, I posted this thing.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
When I posted this thing, it kind of upset me because I'm still in a fucking wheelchair, but now we can take shit and make meat out of it.
I can't imagine that it'd be too nutritious.
Well, I don't know.
Be like top ramen or something.
You would think, but I don't know if they add something to it. You got to give something with the flavor. Maybe throw some herb spices on there. Unless you get that from a taco meal.
They should make mustard out of it so they can really call it Grey Poupon.
That's right, Grey Poupon. I like this one here. The Texas woman invokes religious freedom argument to fight $2,000 fine for feeding the homeless.
That's a good argument.
Yeah, a $2,000 fine for feeding the homeless, right? But what I love is they created that religious freedom crap act, like all over the states, certain states. Apparently Texas was one of them. And she was able to use that to find you know what I don't understand? Is all these, Christians in the Midwest are all about Christianity, Jesus
like
this, Jesus that.
Using evil for good.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, So, but why would they create these laws that, like, have, all this hate shit in it? But then they pride themselves on being Christians, like the exact opposite of what, Jesus dude would do.
Jesus dude.
Jesus dude,
Jesus bruh. Sup, Jesus.
The dude. The Jesus. So, yeah, that was beautiful. I like, there's the woman who made yogurt with bacteria from her vagina.
It's pretty sick.
That's one that's been going around. That's a good one. Well, she said that it was like tangy and shit. Here, I'll click on it. It's not a really long article. It just tells us the vagina is home to tons of healthy microorganisms that produce lactic acid, hydrogen peroxide, and more.
She should have used, like, the bacteria from her vagina and then her own breast milk.
Maybe she did, yeah. Oh, here's it. She said it's sour, tangy, and almost tingly on the tongue. That's how it is.
Sounds awful.
I don't know, but I was pretty happy to know that if there's a nuclear war, as long as there are women, we can continue to make yogurt. Yay. I like yogurt after my workouts. 12 grams of protein per yogurt pack. Yeah, that's good stuff. That and a couple of raw eggs, and I'm good to go. I like the fact that Nestle, we talked about Nestle back in September, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we talked about Nestle.
People are stealing our, like, what we talked about,
Yeah,
we talked about that first.
Yeah, but this is the beautiful thing
and then
now.
It's showing up all over the place. That's why you need to watch our show because...
Yeah, they're not all this lame. They're not all this lame. So it turns out that not only is Nestle just blindly just sucking up all whatever water is available in California, probably from underwater sources and shit, underground sources, I mean.
Underwater sources.
Yeah, underwater sources. Well, there is water under the water carrying the water.
Heavier water.
Same as it ever was. So it turns out that So it turns out that these guys have actually been working without a contract. They've been sucking up the water in California without a contract since 1988. It's not like the contract was up in 98 or even 2008. Fucking what, 6 years, whatever, 5 years before you were born? When were you born? 94?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 6 years before you were born.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, you know.
So are they gonna like have any negative repercussions? Or are they just gonna
what
be
are they
like,
gonna do? Oh, okay, we'll pay $1 million fine. They make
they're
that
gonna be like,
they
what,
blink their eye.
what was that company we talked about before on the show? Like,
Which one?
they got like fined, but then they just made a profit off of it.
They do that all the time. They do that sort of shit all the time.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know.
Oh,
But,
come on.
I mean, I know Al Gore does this whole shit, right? Al Gore was pushing for the green, or the, what was it, the carbon tax. That was his big thing. Oh, we'll leave carbon footprints, you know. We got to pay carbon tax. Maybe they'll slow you down,
This is
right?
going to bug me because...
But here's my favorite thing about Al Gore, right? He's like, I pay a carbon tax. Because, you know, he's got the lift kind of thing going on. Turns out that the carbon tax that he pays is to his own company. So, yeah, that's the way you go. If you're going to make the law, make sure that you own the company and you profit from it. Fucking douchebags.
What company was that? It was like a...
What were they doing? What were they busted for? Because I love when companies get busted doing shit like this.
I don't remember. It was like a $1 million or like $1 billion fine that they made like $10 billion from or some shit. I don't remember what company it was.
I don't know. We talked about it here?
Yeah. We talked about it on the show.
See, we need somebody who can like archive that shit and go through it.
We need a moderator.
That's right.
We're hiring moderators.
Whatever happened to our moderator? Was it Sparky or who was going to be our moderator?
It was going to be my friend Nick.
Nick, yeah. Oh, then he went and joined, the service.
Yeah.
Dumbass. All right, so he's going to be like, hey! So we got...
fuck you guys.
ABC show sucks, man!
Well, he's watching it, so...
Yeah, now he's going to hate it. But we did mention his name. So he might like that.
Yeah.
Yay!
Even if we said that
he just graduated, actually. Didn't he just have his graduation yesterday or day before?
Well, he graduated basic, like, I don't know, I think it was in January, actually.
So what did he just graduate?
The exact date. But it was like his, whatever the Army does, you're like MOS school, job school.
Oh, good. Well, good for him.
Or, yeah. Whatever comes after basic.
At some point,
I only know about the Marines.
At some point, he's going to have to get a real job.
Yeah.
He's graduated all the play stuff. So we got Michelle Bachmann, by the way, explains God's time clock. Iran nuclear deal makes Christ's return imminent. So I love when this crazy bitch comes out of the woodwork. She's fun. She entertains me.
But what's going to happen when she's wrong? Like that one guy who predicted the end of the world.
Dude.
What was his name?
Which one? There's so many of them.
He was like super, like a bunch of people quit their jobs and shit.
Well, they're pretty fucking dumb.
Yeah.
But that's a given that people are dumb. So they do all kinds of
I can't remember
shit.
his name. I can't remember anything right now.
It's all
My
right.
memory is just...
It's all right. Like I said, there have been a lot. I had a friend of mine. I'll leave him nameless, but he got on YouTube and he found Jesus, and that's always horrible.
Where
when
was he?
Find Jesus. I don't know. Apparently in his mind somewhere. Who knows? But he found Jesus.
I've actually never met a person named Jesus, so I have not found Jesus
I
yet.
have. But so the thing is, like,
that's your belief, I guess.
I guess so. Did I really find Jesus or not?
I've met people named
really
Muhammad. I met people named Muhammad, so I found Muhammad.
I have a friend Mo. Yeah, Mohammed Magani. He lives. Well, he was in Pakistan. He was working with oil companies.
There's Muhammad, but I don't know about Jesus.
I met Muhammad. I met Jesus. Who am I missing? I never met anyone named Buddha.
Never met anybody named Horus.
I have met a Thor. Thor
Really?
Tolo. Yeah, Thor
Nice.
Tolo. Thor Tolo used to be a sports guy in Pittsburgh on KDK, I think it was. And my ex-wife used to work at KDK, so
see, I mean,
I'm meeting gods
there's
everywhere,
messiahs they're all over the fucking place. Why is Jesus so special?
Thor's doing weather or sports,
Jesus is just special because he's popular in like this country.
Well, yeah, this country, most of Europe, whatever. But yeah, so Michelle Bachmann, she always raises the crazy level. That's fun. Although I'm kind of disappointed that she's no longer. What the hell was she? A congresswoman or representative?
I don't know. Didn't she run for president one time?
Yeah, she was one of the idiots in the last
election,
but lost out to Mitt Romney. I mean, what's that tell you about her?
I don't like her face.
I
hate her face.
Sarah
Palin's all right.
She's all right too, but
I don't think
well, that's not exactly a flattering picture either. they always give
no.
you the picture they want you to feel.
I don't think I've
with the
ever
news
seen a
story.
flattering angle for Michelle Bachmann, though. That's what
No,
I'm
she
saying.
ain't bad. I wouldn't throw her out of bed. I just would put duct tape on her mouth so she don't talk. Then we're good. I like this, by the way. The St. Louis Archbishop says he didn't know it was illegal for priests to have sex with kids. This had to be one of my favorite stories. I mean,
I wonder what his answer would be. Like, is it illegal for adults to have sex with kids? No. Or yes. Is it? What about it? What if the adult is a priest?
Yeah,
no, that's perfectly fine.
Then it's cool.
It's a Religious Freedom Act.
But here's the funny thing, though. And my friend, one of my friends, yeah, right. JC pointed. I think it was.
Hey,
JC.
you can
oh,
get
no,
out.
It was my friend Darren. He's like, aren't they supposed to not have sex? Period. Like it's they take that vow of celibacy. So what? Children don't count.
I'm just saying legally, like if you can get out of a $2,000 fine for feeding the homeless.
Yeah, you should be able to fuck a kid as long as you got the little white thing around your neck, right? These dudes crack me up, man. Oh yeah, this guy. Oh, did you see this video of this lobbyist who claims Monsanto Roundup is safe to drink, and then he freaks out when offered a glass? Oh my god.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Can we play that video?
Yeah.
Go look that up.
Do
This
that.
is fantastic. This dude is such a douchebag. He's a lobbyist. Well, that goes without saying. He's a douchebag.
Lobbyist.
Claims Monsanto's Roundup is safe to drink. I'm sure it'll come up way before you get all that.
Wait, Monsanto.
You dyslexic too?
So, lobbyist. I clicked on Monsanto Evil. Lobbyist.
There he is. All right, let's do it.
This one's 46 seconds. And
I'm
this
gonna
one's 2
shut
minutes.
up. We're gonna completely shut up and let people enjoy this because this is hilarious.
Let me.
As soon as you get it up.
Do not.
That's what she said. Let's window capture. Why is it not coming up? Come on, window capture. Okay. Click.
It's
Check.
slow.
You know what? I'm just gonna remove.
Do it again.
Yeah, and just make a new one. Fuck it.
Yeah.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Fucking thing sucks. That's Bill O'Reilly, by the way.
Oh, that's right.
Remember that?
Yes, I do. Yeah, Bill's another good one.
There it is.
All right, here we go.
Let's make it the normal.
This is
size.
fantastic. You guys enjoy this.
And for all of our whatever language that is speaking friends, what is that? That's not Spanish.
French.
Okay. It's one of those languages.
Believe that glyphosate in Argentina is causing increases in cancer. You can drink a whole quart of it and it won't hurt you.
You want to drink some? We have some here.
I'd be happy to, actually. But not really, but
Not really?
I know it wouldn't hurt
I mean,
me.
if you say so, I have some glyphosate.
No, I'm not stupid.
Okay, so you
No, but I know
so
that
it's dangerous,
I
right?
know people try to commit suicide with it and fail fairly
let's
regularly.
Tell the truth.
It's not dangerous to humans. No, it's not.
So you're ready to drink one glass of
No,
glyphosate?
I'm not an idiot. Interview me about golden rice. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, then it's finished. Then the interview is finished.
That's a good way to solve things.
Yeah.
Wait.
You're a complete jerk.
You had the nerve to call the guy a complete jerk. Now, what that totally reminded me of is...
You just called bullshit on him, right? That's probably one of my favorite videos
No, but you know
on
what?
the internet.
That
so
guy
good.
did the same exact thing that a reporter did to Sammy Sosa during the baseball home run derby race back in, I want to say, the late 90s. Baseball sort of had a dip, so all these guys started taking roids and hitting home runs everywhere, right? So Sammy Sosa would say all the time, and he spoke with like a Hispanic accent, real broken, but he would say all the time, I'll take a piss test whenever you want. So a reporter comes in and offers him a cup, and he freaked out. Look that up because that's hilarious. Look up Sammy Sosa.
Concept. It's just he called it. That was so fast. Like the bullshit was called just right there in an instant. And he's like, he just didn't know how to react. He's like, I'm not stupid.
That's exactly how
I'm not
Sosa's
stupid.
thing went.
I'm not stupid. I'm not going to drink that. It'll kill me. By the way, this water is safe to drink. It's not going to kill you.
It's good for all of you, but not me.
I don't get why did he say I'm not stupid?
Yeah,
I don't understand that.
Because he was completely caught off guard, and people say dumb things when they can't think. I think he was going in for a cream puff interview, and the dude was like, "Well, here you go. I got a quart of that shit right now. Have some."
He's like, "I'll be happy to."
Look up Sammy.
Not really.
Look up like Sammy Sosa piss test.
Sammy
SOSA, I think. But like piss test.
Interview. It's probably gonna be.
I don't know. He was a baseball player. There's probably a million.
Yeah. Okay. Interview.
Just ask for like piss test or something.
Test. Is it gonna be on here? I don't know. Yeah, I can't find it.
Yeah, it's got to be up on there. It has to be. I mean, let's try again. Sammy Sosa freaks out on reporter about piss test or something like that. I can't imagine it wouldn't be on YouTube.
Sammy Sosa caught with a corked bat.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too.
No, I'm not gonna waste time trying to find it on
man.
here.
If you scroll down, I can't believe that's not on there. It's got to be on YouTube somewhere. I know it. But it was the same thing, man.
I think we get the gist, yeah.
Yeah, he just sat down and, he kept talking all this shit. I'll take a piss test whenever you want, And it was like, here you go. He hands him a cup. It's like, what? It's like, take a piss test. It's like, get the fuck out of here. He got all pissed off, dude. I thought he was going to beat the guy's ass. So, yeah, I like when guys get called on their bullshit like that. They just... I think sometimes these dudes get so full of themselves that, they just believe they're invincible. And guess what? Somebody's always going to call you on your shit. Is this? Oh, yeah. This is a really cool one, dude. Have you seen this? Charge your phone with body electricity? Oh, put that up. This is really cool. It's short. It's only like 2 minutes, I think, or something. But it's really cool. A guy shows you a way that you can actually just use the electricity coming out of your body to charge your phone. I would imagine it's not going to be that fast charge, but if you're like stuck in a wood somewhere and shit, it comes in handy.
3 minutes, you douche.
Oh, I'm sorry. 3 minutes. I'm a liar. You called me on it.
Window capture. I have to do this every time now because it won't just stay. It won't just be normal for me. And then I have to resize it every time, make it a little bit more presentable.
Yeah, of course.
I go back into here, click play.
All right, here we go.
As seen on social media, such as Facebook.
So there is a Facebook video going around that shows somebody charging a phone using 2 silver coins, a paper clip, and one of these USB chargers. I happen to have 2 silver coins. This is a 1964 and this is a 1943. Okay, here you can have the flashlight,
that's why I hate kids.
There you go.
Fuck up.
Okay, can Daddy have the phone back? Okay, so we're just going to take a straightforward approach and do it just like in the video. And we are going to put the paper clip on. We're going to put the piece of paper in.
Oh, yeah. I wonder where he's from.
Okay, what? Got to plug it in. Got to plug it in. So it's plugged in.
I like his fucking Chevy tattoo.
Coin on one side. Coin on the other.
Let's see if it actually works.
No charging. If you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but it's not charging there on the little battery indicator. There's nothing there. Let's try a different phone.
The guy in the video did it different.
Let's try this phone.
You put the paper clip directly into the phone, not through the charge cable.
You can have this phone when Daddy's done, okay?
Directions?
Okay, let's plug it in.
Yeah, he's doing it all wrong. See,
well, he's a fucking moron. Have you seen him? He's got a Chevy tattoo.
Here's how this guy does it.
Okay, sweetheart, you can have it. Hold on.
Where's that video?
Wait.
Okay, nothing. No static electricity. Rub my feet. Maybe that'll work.
Hang on.
There's nothing there.
Oh. Maybe not. Maybe I am. So let's see how he did it. Oh, he did use. Okay, I didn't remember him using that. I thought he just plugged straight down below.
Huh.
Okay, so he takes that. Yeah, sticks it in there. Oh. I want to try this.
Maybe it's just bullshit.
Maybe it is. On the internet, though? How could that be?
We're watching this video, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we're quiet.
Well, this one's real short. See, it's done. There, boom. According to this, it worked. So, I don't know if that guy... We're going to have to do this test ourselves.
I don't know. I don't think that
your body kicks out enough electricity. I mean, I don't. There was, did you see the Israeli girl?
Yeah, but you don't have like positive and negative, freaking. Like, this fingertip is, positive and this is negative. You're like, you stick one end in your mouth and the other end in your ass or something. I don't know. Maybe that would work. Maybe,
one in your mouth, one in your ass. Well, when they give you the lie detector test, part of it goes in your ass. They never show that on TV, though.
Maybe that's what the guy in Human Centipede was trying to figure out. Like, how do I charge my phone?
I feel like
I need more power.
I feel like the Insane Clown Posse could do us a song about this. I think we should write
electricity, man. We can't see that.
Yeah,
electricity. How does that work?
Yeah,
air. You can't prove air.
I like this story, by the way.
Can't
right
even
here.
See it.
Man smokes weed, sucks horse's dick. That's literally. So I think this happened in Colorado, or was it, or Washington?
Well, that's what weed.
Wisconsin, yeah, in Wausau, Wisconsin, a 30-year-old has been charged with possession of marijuana and blowing a horse.
That's the actual law?
Yeah, that's the charge. Yeah, well, you can't blow a horse, apparently, if you're high.
Fucking article.
Just one of those would have been all right. If he was straight, that'd be different.
Article 268-3B, blowing a horse.
Did you ever, look through old laws?
No.
There were so many stupid laws. There was one.
Giving him the business?
Dude, yeah, right. No, about 100 years ago, there was a law.
I don't remember.
There was a law that when you were driving on a highway, every mile you had to pull over and you had to fire off a flare. This was an actual law 100 years ago. Another, but it gets better. If you were driving down the road and you spotted a horse and carriage coming your way, you had to pull your car off the road, take it apart, and hide it behind bushes until the horse and the carriage passed by. Then you could put your car together and drive away. There were so many idiotic
Dude, that can't
laws.
be real.
No, it was a real law.
Make any fucking sense.
Yeah, but you gotta think this 1912 when
how would that even make sense in that context? What?
Well, how do half of our laws today make sense? You know what I mean? Think about all the dumbass laws that are out there.
I don't know.
But
you can't feed homeless people.
There you go. Yeah.
What if they own a home and they're just on the sidewalk and you give them food?
No, you can't do that because a guy got in trouble for feeding homeless people on his own property. Yeah, I think it wasn't in Oregon.
I'm saying
in fact, he allowed homeless people to crash on his property, and people got upset, and he ended up, getting fined for it.
No, I'm saying giving someone who isn't a homeless person food if they're just on the street. Say a guy has an apartment and you have a sandwich and you just give it to that guy.
How do they know he's homeless? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying it's illegal to give food to homeless people.
Yeah.
But what if you're in the same situation but that person owns a home?
Oh, so I can give food to you because you own a home.
Yeah.
But I can't give up food to that guy over there because he doesn't. Yeah, it all comes down to home ownership, I guess, is what defines a human being. I don't know, man. I don't even know how half of these ass clowns in Congress.
I don't get it. How do you even? Yeah.
It's just one dumb law after another. Every time I turn around, there's a new dumb law, being proposed by some douchebag somewhere. I bet you if I go on Facebook right now, I'll find something stupid. It's almost given. Whoa, Eric got laid off. That's not good. Citizens Bank ad. I do like this one. That poor chicken. I don't even want to eat him. He looks so just beat up.
How many Congress people are there? 534 or some shit.
Whoa, there we go. Hunter trampled to death by elephant he was tracking to kill for ivory. That's a bit of irony there, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what would have been great?
A beautiful kind of irony.
You know what would have been great if the elephant would have ripped out his teeth or something.
Or if you're Chubb, irony would be a coincidence.
Yes. No, seriously, if this elephant would have just ripped out his teeth.
I made fun of him for that the other day.
Well, why not?
He said something that was a total coincidence, and he's like, "Isn't that ironic?" No, it's the opposite of irony.
It's like the whatchamacallit song, "Ironic" from Alanis Morissette.
But maybe that's.
I don't think anything in that song was ironic, was it?
But that's the irony.
That is.
That's how brilliant it actually is.
The irony is itself. Oh, that's great. I'm really happy that dude got trampled by an elephant. I am. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm not against, hunting per se, but do we really need to hunt things like tigers and elephants?
Have you ever seen an elephant paint a self-portrait?
Yes. Well, no, not a self-portrait. I've seen them paint, but
that shit's cool.
Really? I mean, I know they're aware.
I'm sure they're just well, I don't know. I don't know if they just teach them the pattern to how to do the stroke, or if they're actually like know that they're drawing one of their own, because they are aware. Yeah, they pass the rogue test or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
But I wonder if the pictures they draw actually, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know what you're getting at. Yeah.
I don't know. It's cool.
I'm trying to find 7 reasons. I hate things like this. You see on Facebook all the time, 7 reasons to blah, blah, blah. What is this one? To stop calling disabled people inspirational.
The stupid thing about it is,
nice.
I
everybody
anybody can fucking write any of those, and they're just...
That's all it is lists. Everything's
and then
a list.
The people who post them are like, oh, this is so accurate.
Yeah,
it's like, well, if you wrote something that you thought was accurate and someone else is kind of like-minded in that way, well, yeah.
No way in hell. I'll be going to prison. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
30 minutes? Jail.
Yeah, that's a long time, man.
At least jail, you get free food and dental.
Yeah, but then you go to jail and find out that you got to suck this dude's toes anyway. That'd be horrible. He's your cellmate and shit. And he's like, 6'8" and 400 pounds. Oh, here it is. Thou shalt not fixeth the gay cars or serveth the gay pizza. Oh, here's what I posted earlier. I'd be cracking up. It's
if only people could see this.
Yeah.
You can't.
Well, I'm sure they have. I mean, anybody who's been on Facebook had to have seen this by now. It's side-by-side picture of Wheaties and a Fruity Pebbles cereal box. And on the Wheaties, you got, what's his name? Bruce
Jenner.
Bruce Jenner back in the 70s. All Olympian. And now they got him in 2014 on Fruity Pebbles, all looking like a woman. It's just funny.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah, and people are like, oh, that's wrong. I'm like, no, it's funny. What the fuck? Everything's funny.
Everything that's offensive is funny. Like, if it's offensive, it's probably funny.
Yeah. But, but everyone's so conditioned to, oh, my God, you can't offend someone. Well, why not? But the banks can bully the shit out of you? Take your house and shit? Fuck that. I'd rather, you can call me every name in the book. Just don't take my house. Hey, there's a carpet I got. I love my carpet. I like the smell of new carpet. That's wonderful. I also got a new mattress. Yeah. I slept like a rock the other night, man.
We're just scrolling through his Facebook, and
I told you we were completely unprepared for this show, and we've already gone almost an hour and a half. Good God, we're gonna have to wrap this up here soon.
Let's see how our stream is doing. This is pretty much just like a welcome back show.
We decided we're gonna do it. What the hell?
Yeah,
we got to get things going.
It's really best when you have a guest on.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's just us talking.
I couldn't find anybody in the last minute though. So, no big deal. I mean, I guess I could have if I would have looked hard enough, but I didn't feel like wasting the effort, making the effort. I'll see what
attractive.
I'll see what Lisa and Nicole are doing. Have them over next week, maybe. They bring the fun to the party. Maybe Chris will come this time. Chris is funny. I don't think you ever met Chris, or maybe you have. Just look at their face. What the hell are those? They're cute, whatever they are.
All I know is that the setup is going to be awesome.
Yeah, especially now we got chairs, too.
We even have compressors, man. We have compressors so we can yell.
Yeah, well, you still shouldn't, though.
No.
Wow, people are really liking this guy being killed. I'm not the only one. It's kind of funny because it's like an elephant hunting an elephant.
Yeah, he's really...
Yeah, he's not really the...
He looks like Newt Gingrich.
He does, actually, yeah.
Like a younger, more fit Newt Gingrich.
Yeah, he's only around 300 pounds in this one. Newt.
Younger, as in he's like... That guy looked about, 70? And Newt's like 150? No, that guy looked like he was
Newt.
like
Hey, speaking 60. Of gays and shit, Newt's sister is lesbian.
Newt Gingrich?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, she's pretty prominent lesbian. Like, she's straight up, out in your face about that shit, lesbian. So
that reminds me of that Chappelle show.
Which one?
When who was that guy whose like daughter was a lesbian?
Newt Gingrich?
No, not Newt Gingrich.
Oh, that was his sister anyway. His daughter. I don't know. Who's that guy? I'm sure there are like a million of
I
them.
don't know. He was running for president, and then what's his name? The guy who Chappelle was.
Oh, who the hell was that?
The guy who goes, Pyah! What the fuck is his name?
I don't remember now.
Anyway.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Well, everything Chappelle did was funny.
Because they had like the footage.
Whoa! Look at that. This Silverback's had enough. Gorilla cracks exhibit glass at Omaha Zoo. Oh, wouldn't that be great? Because, you know, kids are always like, pressing their face against the glass.
I'd like to see a gorilla just run through a zoo.
Oh, my God.
Fuck people up.
Oh, my God, dude.
I hate zoos.
The damage a gorilla could do to a human is just not even funny. It's just, I think he'd just rip his arms right off and take the head and shove it up his own ass or something. He can do whatever he wants, man. He's a freaking gorilla. Just be glad that I don't think gorillas know how strong they are. Because if they did, they would just be fucking shit up all the time. You know what I mean? Like a chimp will get into a gorilla's face and shit. And chimps are badass. I mean, they'll fuck up a human too. But imagine what a gorilla could do if he just like one day said, you know what? I'm a strong bitch. Let's just go tear up some shit. In fact, let's organize. Let's get like 1,000 like Planet of the Apes shit. Ape shall not kill
You ever
ape.
seen that documentary Coco, the talking gorilla?
No. That's not the same one that like stands erect and smokes.
No.
You know which one I'm talking
about? It speaks
about?
sign language.
Oh, yeah, I have. Yeah, yes.
That was crazy.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It makes you feel, it humbles you a little to know that you're not the only person
intelligent
who can, like,
life form
communicate.
on Earth. Yeah. Well, they all, I mean, dolphins are smart as shit. They say the dolphins' language is as complicated as English. I don't know what that says about the English language, you know. But, oh, God. Why? Why does she have to pop up? This chick just pops up constantly, won't go away.
Who is that? Is
That's
that Paris
what's
Hilton?
her name? Paris Hilton. She's back. That's all we need. Although
She's not
I guess
dead?
I guess
thought
it would
she died.
I guess it would give me a break from that other chick.
Actually, I never like thought that she died. I just thought that she was
Her
dead.
career died.
No, I mean,
just when you think she's gone.
I've never read anything that would lead me to believe that she is dead, but I just thought she was anyway.
Well, she's been out of the limelight for a while, so you know.
I'm like, she should be dead. She should be dead. I think she's dead now.
Well, you know, I mean, she's not exactly contributing to society. I don't think. You know, her and the Kardashians and the Kardashians are doing exactly what they need to do. They're distracting people. This shit has got to go.
Why?
Yeah, I remember I saw this about a year and a half, 2 years ago. We were talking about this.
For the viewers, it's one of.
It's the ring where you cut a hole in your mouth, like by your teeth or the side, and you put you insert one of those plastic ring things.
Actually, it looks like that guy that Dick Cheney went hunting with that one time.
That's what he would look like. You're right.
He's got a big fucking hole in his face.
On both sides, you can literally just see right through.
That's that can't be sanitary. How do you eat with that fucking thing?
I don't know, but that's pretty disgusting that his tongue is like hanging out the side of his mouth. Dude, that right there is gross. I mean, they're all gross, but it doesn't look so bad from here. You know, then you see that. Oh, God. People, you're lucky you're not seeing this.
Yeah. It's pretty disturbing.
Yes.
They're not seeing it anyway because nobody's watching.
Well, that's true.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Can we see how many viewers we have over here?
I knew we used to at one time.
Peek.
Sorry, but most of our viewers come later anyway. Oh, my God.
Whatever.
I'm putting myself to sleep.
Yeah. Pretty boring show. This is like a test show.
Yes.
Figure out if everything works good. And it does.
Yeah. Well, we will get a guest for next week. You know, and hopefully it's Gabe because, you know, I want to, like I said, I'm doing the... Poor dogs. I always feel bad for them when I see them all dressed up like this and shit. Oh, what's this? Oh, Christ.
Some dogs like wearing shirts, though.
Yeah, maybe.
My dog used to like wearing shirts.
Someone asked about her ISIS comments. Is there anything more boring than politics?
Look, she's even yawning in the picture.
Yeah. I just got that. Here we go. Yeah. The crocheted man shorts are sure to be all the rage this summer.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see some asshole wearing one of these. In case you guys haven't seen it, it's literally crocheted shorts with multicolored, gay-ass looking colors.
Yeah, I am way too lazy to go ahead and show people all the stuff that we're looking at. So we'll just explain it to you.
Yeah, that's all.
Not that,
women love wine. Why do women love wine?
Not that
so
anybody
much?
got past forced perspective. Not that anybody got past like the first 5 minutes of us watching your video.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. We had. Hey, there's my buddy Sean in San Francisco.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's where Caitlin's from.
Yes, she is.
I love San Francisco.
Yeah. Hey, there's
awesome.
Caitlin right back there. No. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
I would never want to drive there with my truck because I would have to park, and I would not want to park my truck in San Francisco.
Nah.
Because it would be on a hill, and it's a manual.
You're not feeling that strong about the emergency brake, are you?
Well, it's a manual. Not like Emmanuel Sanders, but...
Emmanuel Sanders. He's dead, right?
I don't know.
Is he alive?
I don't even know that name. I just know the name.
Emmanuel Sanders was a little black midget guy who played Webster. I think that's Emmanuel Sanders, right?
Beats me.
No, I'm confused. Who was the other one?
I think I'm thinking of like a baseball player or some shit. Emmanuel something. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm too tired. By the way, I can't get into these smart watches. Have you seen these? I can't get into them. I don't know. I can't imagine watching something on a screen that's this big.
I mean, I get annoyed with watching shit on, this.
Yeah.
It's too small.
Yeah.
And then they make the freaking, like, Galaxy, like the newer phones that are like fucking this big and shit. You're like, hello?
Because this wasn't big enough. We had to go this big, Yeah. Even bigger. I don't know. I like Samsung and freaking iPhone are like in a war for who can make the biggest phone. In a time when everybody's downsizing. Yeah.
They should make tablets smaller.
Did you see that one phone that they have though that it like shoots, how did it work? It was a phone and it shot out beams, and you actually it was very holographic looking. Have you seen that? It's pretty cool. It was pretty freaking cool. I'm doing a horrible job trying to describe it, but
I think I know what you're talking about.
But it's something that that looked really cool. I think that I would try, but not if it's like $1,000. If it's like $19.99, I'm in. 7th annual smoke.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. All right.
He's dead.
Moore's dead?
Billy Mays.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, Billy Mays, the screamer guy.
I love Billy Mays.
Yeah. What do you have? He had a heart attack, didn't he, or some shit on the plane? I think it was on a plane coming home. That's crazy. One day he's screaming in my ear, next day he's dead.
I'm like the only person that ever liked Billy Mays, and he died.
I don't think anybody hated Billy Mays. It just could have stood a less screaming.
I thought it was very entertaining and hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like a weird thing.
By the way,
nobody should like Billy Mays.
You know what I like?
For some reason I did.
You know what I like? I like the fact that Tom Brady recently has been doing nothing but rubbing it into the rest of the world that, he was a 6th round pick. This is his like combine photo from back when he got drafted. Like you would think that this guy turns into a what was he, 3-time, 4-time Super Bowl champ? 4-time? I can't even keep track.
3.
He's in like
3.
Oh yeah, again to New Michigan. It wouldn't be that unusual.
Is that Seth Green?
Things happen. Is what?
Up in the right corner.
Oh, it was one of those things, huh? Yeah. So all right, well this shit works. I really want you to pet me, but I also kind of want to bite you. Yeah, cats do that. Little fuckers.
Mimi does that.
Yeah.
She'll just
they play bite, but it still hurts because they got those. Their teeth are like.
And then I'll put my hand on my lap or something, and she'll just like keep petting me, bitch.
Yeah, cats are at
manipulation
training. This woman with I hate these photos when people hold up dead animals, whether they killed them in a big game or like a dog that they crushed, and you know what I mean. I mean, sometimes like I want to kill dogs because they don't shut the hell up, especially in the neighborhood. But I don't think I would go as far as poisoning or killing. You know what I mean? Doing something cruel to a dog. I've been tempted though, man. I'll tell you what. But I've been tempted. But I can't imagine me doing it though. I really can't.
I'm gonna take a picture of me holding up a toothbrush. Be like, I killed millions and millions of bacteria today.
Dead. Their cousins dead.
I'm a hunter of bacteria.
Well, you're a small game hunter. Extra small. Stood alone yesterday. I'm celebrating. He's like 90. That's what I come. I don't know if you saw my one comment. I was cracking up because they got this one commercial. I think it's for Point Park University.
What's
I think.
that, SpongeBob?
It starts off like the person saying...
SpongeBob's funny. I love that show.
How does it start off? The person says... The value of a college education isn't realized until after you graduate. I'm like, yeah, no shit. When you're like $100,000 dead and working at Walmart. You're like, I was an asshole for going in the first place. That's funny. Who posted that one? Probably
if I was Jesus, that would be me. Okay. There's Jesus again.
Yeah, he's popping up all over the place.
Jesus. Well, that Jesus is cool.
Well, yeah,
I'd hang out with that Jesus.
There's that girl again.
What is that?
She's holding a cat, a dead cat by the chain, kind of holding her. And they're fired after bragging about killing cat with bow and arrow.
Fired? Go to fucking jail.
What the?
That's sick.
Yeah, that is pretty sick. But
I don't care if you synthesize food out of shit and sell it to people. If you kill a fucking cat with a bow and arrow, you're a fucked up person. At least, why would you waste the effort on an animal when they don't know any better? Kill a human.
Well, yeah. Some asshole killed my cat years ago around here, but
really?
I
That's
can't prove it.
Up.
Yeah, it was real fucked up. But whatever. He may not have. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. He may not have, but what he did is because my cat may have actually died because my dad's ex-girlfriend put a collar on Gypsy. That was the cat's name, and we think that maybe he got his neck caught in a fence as he was trying to go under and broke his neck. We're assuming that's what it was, and he didn't get hit by a golf club or something. But the address was on there. So all the dude had to do is come down and say, because we're like 3 days are going by. We're like, where the hell's the cat, And nothing. Like probably about 4 or 5 days later, a woman who lived up there brings the cat down in a bag, and she's like, I know this is your cat. That's like, it was already maggots were setting in and shit.
Oh,
yeah, it was an awful sight, and I'm just like, well, at least I know my cat's dead. But, what that dude did is he picked up the cat and threw it in his garbage can. I'm like, what kind of an asshole does that? The address was on the collar, you know what I mean? But the dude's a little slow or whatnot.
What's people on fucking with cats, man? My cat Mimi, actually, yeah, the black one. She was when we lived in California. What? Oh, Jesus!
It's all over. Well, I think
there was an Asian kid with this shirt on that says, "Who the fuck is Jesus?"
I knew this actually. I've seen videos of them doing this. Chimps are incredibly smart.
Anyway.
Yeah. So getting back to your cat.
Yeah. When we lived in California,
because if we have any women viewers, they love stories about cats. We know that.
She was gone. Like, cats can go outside. They're not gonna run away and shit. But
unless they're indoor cats.
She was gone for like 2 weeks, and we had no fucking clue where she was. And then one day, like right before, like a day or two before we moved out of the house that we were in, I was going in the front door one day, and she just like runs up. I'm like, what the? She was like skinny too. She was like half the size she was before, because she's usually pretty fat, and she was all skinny. She just comes up. She made this weirdest sound when she walked up. Like every step she took, and like,
that's
ran
odd
up to me. Yeah.
But one time, Gypsy went in the back, a couple of doors over, and went up in the spaces, and there are like a bunch of railroad ties back there holding up the side of a hill, and the idiot sticks his. He was a very curious cat. He sticks his head into a raccoon nest. Well, the mama raccoon bit him right in the face. He comes back and his jaws hang out. He's like, he's doing like that and spitting blood everywhere. And I'm like, what the hell? And I look closer, man. His jaw is like almost hanging off. I mean, this thing bit him, and raccoons got some pretty sharp teeth. Because again, I thought a golf club hit him. It looked like somebody hit him with a golf club or something. And then we realized that it's because of those raccoons back there. So yeah. I remember we would have to we actually paid like $600 for him to have surgery and everything.
Them coons, man, they're always fucking shit up
Yes,
for
they
the
are.
rest of us.
So I had to hold Gypsy down. I had like these big gloves and shit, right? I would have to put him in like a full Nelson because he's clawing at me and shit. You know, whatever he can reach, his hind legs and shit are reaching up trying to claw me. So I had these like long gloves on, hold him in a full Nelson, and my dad's like feeding him his medicine every day. It was like twice a day we had to give him this like antibiotic and shit that he had to take. But you know, it's much easier to give antibiotics to a dog because you can just disguise it in like a piece of ham or something, and they're dumb. Like, oh, okay. You know, most of them anyway. But cats, man, it is tough to give cat medication. They need to like put that in a tuna or something. You know, something they would actually enjoy.
Let's see, how far are we into this problem?
Oh wow, we're like an hour and a half in.
An hour and 38 minutes. Well, we can stop streaming whenever you want.
Wow, look at that piano.
Because we have, that's cool.
That's crazy.
We have nothing else to talk about.
That's, you know what that is? That's like the stealth piano. That's what it looks like. It's a piano that kind of resembles the stealth bomber. It doesn't have any angles. It's all, or edges, straight edges. It's all like futuristic and shit. Looks like a mothership. Coming down playing the Phantom. Da, 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 da.
It's pretty cool.
Putin, not the devil, says CNN co-founder. Oh, thank you. Because I thought Putin was the devil. All right.
Putin is just all right with me.
That's right. Stewart crushes Cheney in epic takedown.
Average live view duration, 11 minutes and 15 seconds.
All right. They're crushing it.
That means that every time someone clicks on here, 11 minutes later,
they're like,
this
is
stupid.
horrible.
Why am I still watching? Why have I been watching
This
this
is
for
horrible.
11 minutes and 15 seconds?
You know what we need to do?
That was probably just the one viewer. They just watched for 11 seconds and then they decided to leave.
11 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't sell our short, buddy. 11 minutes.
Hey, that's average view duration, 11:30. That means I think someone's watching now because the average is going up.
Now they tune in at the end.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the beginning and watch. It's going to be the best show you've ever seen.
Yes.
I promise. There'll be nothing boring at all.
We're especially not going to watch anybody hand cycling up a fucking hill for 20
Never.
minutes.
That's boring. and you know, we don't talk about cats because that's like for old ladies.
No. Yeah, exactly.
Our viewership just aged. Every little old lady clicked it.
Everybody just aged.
They're talking
wait,
cats?
Everybody just aged again.
No.
It's
Damn
fucking
it.
crazy.
Slow that shit down. Except for Mork. It's for Mork. You don't know Mork for Mork, do you?
That just sounds like a shortened term of Mickey Rourke. Mork.
Mork for Mork with Mickey Rourke. Sounds like, what's her name? Could have thrown it in. Blondie could have thrown it at the end of, you know, the man with the cars goes to bars, eats guitars, blah, blah, blah. Well, however the lyrics go. I'm totally butchering it.
I feel like this was a pretty successful show,
Rapture, that's the song.
despite it being so boring.
Well, I mean, we made it. We're live and nobody died. I mean, no, I take that back because some people died during the duration of this show.
Hundreds of people, if not thousands of people
probably
died.
Millions, but I would
I was going to say.
I hope that we aren't responsible for any of it. That's my
I
hope
hope we
for this
are,
show.
because that would give me a warm, fuzzy feeling in the pit of my stomach saying, you helped the world.
Well,
out
you know
today.
what would have been pretty cool if that guy who got trampled by the elephant got trampled during the show.
And that's just a really,
That would have been awesome.
It was a pretty recent thing. Click on it, see when it happened.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine that it would have happened in the last hour and a half. It's already plastered all over Facebook. But, you know, you never know. Where is it? I don't even know where it is now. I'm surprised I haven't seen another one.
Anyway.
Oh, movies that are coming out? Yeah, that's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to the new Avengers movie. I think that's going to kick ass. There was a movie I saw, like War on Titans or something. It's called something like that. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
I haven't seen any previews for it, but I was like, what? Why are they having a war on Titan? I mean, it's water inside solid ice. So, you know, that's kind of an odd place to hold a battle, space battle. You know, I would have thought like our moon would have been closer. Why are we going to go like Jupiter's moon? One of them.
Because there's a lot of water there, and we need water.
Well, we have water. No.
Nestle's gonna own the rights
yeah, but that's
to
salt
fucking,
water. They don't want salt water. They want fresh water.
As soon as we find water underneath Titan. Nestle's gonna try and buy it.
They're not gonna buy
our
it.
planet or moon, whatever the fuck it is.
Don't plant that fucking Nestle logo. Little Miss Chocolate. What is that? Little Swiss Miss? I think that's theirs too, right? I think Swiss Miss is Nestle.
They just have the picture of the moon and then like the Nestle symbol on it.
It's our shit. Nestle. You humans have no rights to any of this. It's ours. That fucking dude's a dick. I want to go to Switzerland and fucking take out a catheter, insert it, and piss on his head. Maybe on his shoe. It might be easier. Because I got to really give an effort to piss on somebody's head from the chair.
Yeah.
Especially if he's standing up. But the shoe, he can't dodge me. I'm like, time out. Hold on a second. Fucking Nestle guy. Asshole probably don't even speak English.
Oh.
I'm just bombing on that dude. I don't like that dude. He rubs me the wrong way. Well, she's going to be the first sponsor to my Around the World thing.
I just don't like Nestle. I don't like their products.
Well, you know.
Even though they own everything.
They pretty much do. Well, this is between them. General Mills owns a lot of shit. DuPont. Anything plastics, DuPont. Remember when the DuPont guy... Oh, no. I don't know if you were alive. Or you might have been, but you were probably way too young to care. That DuPont guy was really weird, man. He was really into wrestling. And he would hire, he would support, wrestlers. Young kids, high school and college wrestlers. And then he would, do weird shit, have sex with them and stuff. It's fucking bizarre. I don't know what it is about people with a lot of money, but they get really fucking weird when they have a lot of money. They start doing all kinds of bizarre shit.
Well,
this is how you know that people are
they're covered by
up
the
to begin
Religious
with.
Freedom Act.
Well, they didn't have that
I can
back
kill
then.
this cat with a bow and arrow.
Yeah, you know what he's covered by?
But it's my religious right.
You know what the DuPont guy is covered by is his fucking bank account. His bank account and the family name. So, yeah, DuPont does...
yeah, if you have enough money, you're above the law.
Yeah, of course. It's like when Ted Kennedy killed that hooker or call girl, whatever she was. He never went to jail. In fact, I don't even think anyone ever was found guilty of it. She's just dead. So, that's how it is. Like this show, dead. All right, we're going to say goodbye to everybody.
Sorry, I'm reading this thing.
What are you reading?
But
it
went from good to okay.
Well,
but at least it's not going to bad anymore because I fixed the thing that was doing that for. So we are not receiving video data at a fast enough rate. Oh. Your viewers may experience buffering. Ensure your connection is fast enough or consider using a lower bit rate. Well, there's not a very strong Wi-Fi out here.
We could use a lower bit rate next time.
Yeah, but we want,
I use the 720.
We want good quality. We can,
I use 720.
There, it's back to good.
Time.
There we go.
Good. Okay.
The health is good.
So maybe that whole okay part was cut out. Nobody heard us talking.
No, it was slower, so they may have experienced buffering. That's what it said.
Yeah, but I mean, it happens. It happens. Like when I've rewatched the show here and there, you'll find that parts of the show are missing. Didn't record for whatever reason. So it happens. That's life.
We're professional though, so it doesn't matter.
Are we professional?
No.
Okay.
But we are now, but we're not anymore.
We're on our second season of being unprofessional.
That's true. We signed our
It's probably our worst show to date. And you guys got to watch.
It's not our worst show. We've had worse shows.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I got to think. I mean, everything was unprepared.
The first show was pretty bad.
The setup was sweet. This is good. This mixing board's great. Having that was awesome.
It's got a compressor.
Yes, it's all beautiful. But
Except
the show itself, I didn't prepare. These
things are starting to
stop that. People now they're definitely tuning out. Like, what the fuck?
Well, 14:45 is our average view duration.
That's probably your mom.
Yeah, probably.
We know they got back from the hospital. Yeah, by the way, my dad's been in and out of the hospital, so hopefully he's all right.
Total view time, 1 hour. That means whoever's viewing, everybody all together who has ever viewed it for 1 hour collectively.
Wow.
And they're listening to me talking about it now, and they're like, I don't care.
Maybe they do care. Look, Jack constantly watches that stupid channel on YouTube. What the hell is it? Dude playing, what's that game?
Minecraft.
Oh my God, I want to shoot myself every time I hear those dinks talking. I really do. And that's all he watches. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, seriously, how is this interesting? I don't know. Like when I grew up, I played video games. I didn't watch other people play video games. Or if I watched, I was only watching until it was my turn, because I shared. That was nice. So I don't know how he gets pleasure from that, but he's 7. And,
It's the same thing with my nephew.
He does the same thing?
Yeah. Same exact thing.
What's the fascination of just? I don't understand it. Am I
watches
really that old?
People played Lego games.
Yeah.
Walkthroughs, or
I mean, I don't know. Are they learning all kinds of secret shit that warrants watching that shit for 6 hours a day?
It doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, I would rather watch reality television, and that's saying a lot because I hate reality TV. Except when I'll be on it, of course. That's different. Then you must watch, and it'll be more professional than today's show.
A little bit.
Well, maybe
we'll have people. We don't have to be professional.
Who?
Us.
No, we don't. No, I have no intention of being professional. Except maybe once I get a paycheck. I like the professional paycheck without being the professional. I mean, that's why I wanted to be a rock star.
Okay, I think we're done.
We're done?
I don't know.
Yeah, we should be done, man.
Unless we want to talk more shit about Nestle.
We can save that for another show. Nestle's not going anywhere anytime soon. Are we saying goodbye? Are we starting the ending music show thing? Or what are we doing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, then. Well, this was fun and tiring, and I'm tired, and I don't know what
I want this play.
There
we go.
There it is.
Sweet.
We're out of here.
Where's Bill Cosby?
Oh, that's right. We've got our mascot.